Hello there, this is Darth Melvin, leader of the Knights of Melvin. So the Star Wars sequel trilogy was garbage. Palpatine's character was ruined. He died in the dumbest way possible. Recently, Star Wars Theory made a video titled, Palpatine is Alive. He won in Episode 9. Take a look, I will break it down.
So this theory comes from a guy named Mattress Matt, who I've been going back and forth with through emails. He's got so many different ideas and code breakers that he's done regarding the sequel trilogy, explaining all the different things that he thinks Lucasfilm and Disney have done to really throw the fans off, and that all of this apparently was deliberate.
Yeah, okay. Disney Star Wars is brilliant writing. They insert codes to throw the fans off. Yeah, okay. The trilogy with no plan had massive plans. Yeah, right.
Let's go to episode 9. The whole thing comes down to Palpatine basically wanting Rey to kill him. If she strikes him down, then all of the Sith will live on in her, and he will win. He says it himself, that he wants her to kill him, and that's how he will win. This brings us to this email with Mattress Matt, where I'm gonna go over a few things and gonna read his email verbatim to you guys, and then we can go over it. I'm glad you liked my Rey heard the Jedi voices that were Palpatine theory, but it's not really a theory. With I have been every voice you have ever heard inside your head, and be with me, they're not with me, as the setups, and Palpatine's infamous rise multiple times as the payoff. That's why the Force ghosts weren't seen. Palpatine just wanted Rey to think she had the blessing of the Jedi, to legitimize her killing him. But that is what he wanted. As he said, "You want to kill me. That is what I want." She did not naturally reflect his lightning, a la Mace Windu, but deliberately pushed the lightning at him. It worked. Emperor Palpatine won. All the Sith spirits passed into Rey. Nothing will stop the return of the Sith.
So the theory is voices in Rey's head was Palpatine. Rey didn't hear the Jedi speak to her, giving her the power to rise and defeat Palpatine. It was Palpatine all along. He did it to Kylo Ren. Why can't he do it to Rey? This theory is obviously bullshit. The Rise of Skywalker was terrible. The sequel trilogy was terrible. Star Wars Theory made this video to boost some hope into the Star Wars fandom. Hi, maybe the sequel trilogy isn't that bad after all. Maybe it's more deeper than we thought.
But this is a pretty intricate theory that I have never thought of myself. I mean, would they go as far as to really throw that in there and have Palpatine win? So at the end of the film, when Rey ignites her own lightsaber, obviously some time has passed, does that mean that all the Sith are just kind of sitting dormant inside of her, waiting to, come out? Waiting for the right moment, really?
Star Wars Theory is really shilling for Disney. There's some obvious major flaws with this theory. Regardless, he's a jittery fanboy really trying to sell this theory as a possibility.
So I'm pretty intrigued. I think that if this were the case, we could get a really interesting follow-up to this. Just imagine if Palpatine actually won, and that's why he died so easily. That's why he let it just happen like that.
Yeah, an interesting follow-up. Star Wars Theory suggesting that it's very possible we'll get an Episode 10 that validates this ridiculous theory.
Now, if Palpatine does live on inside of her and all of the Sith are carrying their powers through her, then they're really just waiting for the right time to strike. I mean, this could be something that may not show up for years. And this kind of theme of everything going okay, then all of a sudden, like a flick of a switch, things go wrong, is very similar to Order 66. Perhaps Palpatine is allowing her to just continue her voyage and learn her different Force abilities, and when the time is right, he will strike and he will take over her entire body. Let's not forget, Palpatine is very calculating and he is very patient. Look what he did with Anakin. Look what he did with the entire Empire. And now this. It's definitely a story point I could see them taking on at some point. And you know what? I'm down with it. I think it would be pretty cool.
You know what? I'm down with it. I think it'd be pretty cool. My name is Star Wars Theory, and I'm just a really cool guy. I make Vader fan films, and I'm a giant Disney shill. This theory is totally possible. Okay, this theory is incredibly stupid for 3 reasons. 1. Rey got the idea to summon the Jedi from the Jedi text that she was visibly reading throughout the movie. It's also implied she spent some time looking through the books before The Rise of Skywalker. If this stupid theory was true, then are we supposed to believe that it's just some big coincidence that Rey is trying to summon the Jedi she fails, and then Palpatine manipulates her mind. So the Jedi voices in Rey's head was actually Palpatine? That is an awfully big coincidence and terrible writing. But hey, Disney Star Wars is full of bad writing and bad retcons that make no sense. Number 2, Palpatine absorbed the stupid fake news Force dyad, powering himself up to 100%. So any plan to have Rey kill him goes out the window. There's no reason to use her anymore. His comical death was actually written into the script, as is. And number 3, how would this explain the ending with Luke and Leia as a Force ghost? If this stupid theory was true, don't you think one of the Force ghosts, specifically Luke, would contact Rey and be like, yeah, when you tried to summon all the Jedi, that really wasn't the Jedi. That was Palpatine invading your mind, yeah. So we were just laying around jacking it while the galaxy was in danger. The mental gymnastics and shill material Star Wars Theory pushes on his channel is laughable. The video has 17,000 likes, people getting jacked up in the comments. This theory is easily debunked. The truth is, J.J. Abrams and Disney wrote 3 terrible movies. What you saw is what you got. Garbage. Star Wars Theory knows this completely, but that won't stop him from making the stupid theory videos and getting the fandom jacked up for Disney Star Wars. Star Wars Theory is a Disney shill. Become a knight, subscribe to the channel.
The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.